Human Torch was denied a bank loan. The arsonist
Sounds
had
good,
weapons.
Dan.
Okay. Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today in the middle of the polar vortex. My name is Jody Lai. I'm the editor-in-chief of autoTRADER.ca.
And I'm Dan Alika. I am autoTRADER.ca's road test editor.
And today we are broadcasting to you because we have a massive announcement to make. Today is the day that we announce the winners to the 2021 autoTRADER.ca awards. And so these awards are really important to us because we have more than 20 automotive experts from all over the country who have voted on the best cars that Canadians can buy.
And the key here is that every new vehicle that's on sale in Canada qualifies, right? So we're not narrowing the field first, because we look at it like, hey, you guys aren't narrowing the field either, right? You want the best vehicle possible, so we look at every vehicle, and then the votes go towards finalists, and we've whittled those finalists down. And now we're here to announce the winners of each of the categories.
Yeah, and so these are really Canada's most comprehensive awards.
Absolutely.
We're looking at like 350 models right now. Huge jury. We have a big, long process, and we're really excited to announce the winners to you. So shall we get started?
Well, before we do, I also want to say today is a big day because it's also when voting opens for the Canada's Choice Awards.
Yes, and so if you haven't already heard the big news, we are giving away a brand new 2021 Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. That's a car that our Facebook audience kind of voted for as their attainable dream car. It is built in Ontario, so it's local, and you can basically come back every day and cast your votes on your most trusted car. If you go to autotrader.ca/awards, all of the information you need will be there. Yeah, share it with your friends. The more you vote, the more entries you get into this crazy giveaway. And It's the biggest one we've ever done, so it's really exciting.
It's super cool. So the entire month of February, you guys will be able to vote, and it's, you know, like a March Madness bracket style. So each week it's going to get narrowed down, and you'll be able to vote from those finalists all the way down until the very end. And you guys get to pick the winner, and then we get to pick a winner from random draw of who gets the ultimate prize, this RAV4 Hybrid. It's super cool.
Yeah, and it's red.
Of course, well, I mean,
obviously, because those are our colors. But we're really excited about this. And a lot of work kind of went into this. So it's really satisfying for us to see that power kind of returned back to the Canadian consumers, because the whole point of all of this is to empower Canadian car buyers. We want people to be more confident when they're shopping for cars. And these awards are kind of our way to kind of help in that process.
Absolutely. You know, it's fun. I was having a conversation with a friend the other day, and he said, like, you know, you've got like this dream job. And it's true. But I also said the reason I like it so much is because I love cars, you know, but I also love being able to provide advice to Canadians. You know, that's something that was really, you know, has always been important to me in this job. And so to be able to do it on such a big, you know, level that we're able to do it through our reviews, and then through our awards, and then through these Canada's Choice Awards, because your opinions matter too. It's not just about what we think of these vehicles, because you guys are living with them. So if you have some, you know, kind of long-term experience that you say, well, hey, maybe that's not such a great pick because of this reason, it's good to get that information out there so that you can share it with your fellow Canadians, so that everyone can be a little bit more informed and make their purchase decisions just that much more, you know, successful, right, and accurate. You want to pick a vehicle, you're keeping these for at least a couple years, right?
Yeah, like we know it's a huge investment to go out and buy a new car, and so we know it can be scary sometimes. And so this is one way we're trying to help, you know, ease those fears. So if you ever have questions or you want car advice, you know where to go. It's autotrader.ca/editorial. That's where all of our reviews and expert advice lives. But on with the awards.
Absolutely.
Because they're really exciting. So why don't you get started?
All right, well, first one goes to you. So we don't know ahead of time which ones they're gonna be a surprise to you guys and a surprise to us. We're not looking at them first.
Okay, and these are our trophies. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the winner of the best 3-row luxury SUV, which is the Genesis GV80. And that's really cool because this is the first year that the GV80 is available, and it's the first SUV from this brand. And the fact that it won this award on its first go at an SUV is something that they should be very proud of. And
actually, the timing couldn't be any better, because my review of the GV80 just went live on Friday. So you can head over to autotrader.ca/editorial. On that homepage, you're going to see the GV80 review. My video review is there as well. And it is a very impressive. I know you've driven it. I
Yep.
spent a lot of time. I did a big long road trip in it over the holidays, and wow. I mean, congratulations to Genesis. The hits just keep on coming, and that's a big win.
Yeah, congratulations.
All right, next one. Okay, so this is the best minivan, which is one of my favorite categories. And I'm not saying that in a joking, but that's genuine. I love vans, and I think more of you should also share in that love of vans.
They're just so practical.
They're amazing. And so this year's winner, the 2021 best minivan, is the Chrysler Pacifica and the new Grand Caravan, which is, I mean, that's another Ontario-built vehicle. Yep. The Pacifica has been around for a few years. The Dodge Caravan and Grand Caravan no longer exist. They've been replaced with this platform. So it's just like a little bit more of an affordable version. The Pacifica is, a little bit on the pricier side. Mm-hmm. That's how you get the hybrid. But fantastic vehicle.
It's a great van.
Love it.
Yeah.
And you get those stow and go seats for both back rows. You can tuck them into the floor. It's amazing. I think it's the only van on the market you can have both rear rows of seats stow in the floor.
Yeah,
so
and they tumble flat, so you have just a cave full of cargo capacity, and they've got all these family-friendly features like a vacuum and stuff like that. It's just great.
All right.
Up next, we have a very important segment for Canadians. It's the best full-size truck. We know Canadians love their trucks. And this year, our experts have voted the Ram 1500 as the best one in Canada. And that's the second year in a row it's won this award.
I mean, that's not terribly surprising. It's a great truck.
Yeah.
Not that the F-150 and the Chevy Silverado and the GMC Sierra and the Tundra, they're all great. But I mean, this is really kind of, redefined, I think, what a truck is capable of from a livability perspective in terms of if you want something luxurious, you can have something luxurious. If you want something that's a work truck, a performance truck, it's got it all. So
yeah, and so it includes the whole lineup. So even that crazy TRX that came out, that's included. Like it is a crazy truck, but it is also included under this umbrella. So congratulations, Ram, 2 years in a row.
Big win. Alrighty.
So we have 22 of these to go through. Buckle in.
They're good though. It's exciting. 2021 best family sedan, the Hyundai Sonata. Here's what I say. Sonata, the best looking car out there, but it's pretty good. No?
I'm going to write up a report with HR. I think we have a policy against bad jokes.
Sorry.
But anyway, it's cool that it won because last year the Honda Accord actually won. So the fact that the Sonata won this year is major.
Yeah.
They have a new N-Line one that's more performance oriented. They also have a hybrid model it has a very cool solar roof.
Yeah.
So
and I joke, it's ugly, but it's very good. Like it's a good, yeah, it looks like a catfish for sure.
Moving on. The next one is also a very important segment for Canadians. It's the best two-row SUV. And this year, it is the Toyota RAV4, which is awesome because, as you know, we're giving one away in our giveaway.
It is one of those vehicles that it's been so popular for so long, and yet it is just, it just keeps delivering everything that matters. It's spacious. It's got every safety feature. Toyota, it has really been on the leading edge of including all these advanced safety features, blind spot monitoring, automatic emergency braking, lane keep assist in every trim. And the RAV4 really kind of has set a new bar with the CRV. They're both are built in Ontario, and they're just so good at what they do. This is those wins that it's not surprising, but it's still, it's well-deserved.
It makes a lot of sense, especially because there's a hybrid model. There's also a plug-in hybrid model.
Yeah.
So it just offers Canadians a lot of choice, which is something we love.
All right.
What's next, Dan?
Best green vehicle over $50,000.
That's an exciting category because it's actually very competitive.
It is. And this year's winner is the Porsche Taycan. I mean, that is one of those ones, it doesn't surprise me. I had high hopes when I drove it, and it was just so good. I mean, it's one of those cars that really is, it's kind of redefining.
It's just special.
Yeah, there's something about it. It does a lot for the Porsche brand, and for, I think, the future of green
And
vehicles.
so that's what our judges are kind of looking for when they're voting on winners. We're looking for vehicles that go above and beyond and kind of change things for not only their own brand, but for the industry as a whole.
Yeah,
And so our judges really felt that the Taycan moved that needle forward a lot.
absolutely.
And the next one we have here is the best mid-size truck. And the winner is the Chevrolet Colorado and GMC Canyon.
It just goes to show you can teach an old dog new tricks, I guess.
Yeah, and so these two trucks are mechanically identical. And so that's why we've kind of categorized them under the same award. But yeah, they're great trucks. They're mid-size, so if you don't need a full-size one because they're getting enormous,
Yeah.
it's a bit more manageable in that sense and ready to work and play if you need it.
Yeah, very, very good. It is a good. I spent some good time with it last year and really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and there's a whole bunch of different variants, so no matter what you need it for, they'll have a truck for you.
Absolutely. Alrighty, 2021 best subcompact luxury SUV, and that is the Volvo XC40, another repeat winner.
Yep, that's 2 years in a row. Congratulations, Volvo.
That is, I'll tell you guys, the XC40 is a little bit smaller dimensionally than the RAV4, but when I first got into it, I was blown away with how much space there is inside. It's so roomy for a guy like me. I'm 6'3". Small SUVs don't always offer me the kind of headroom that I need, and that thing just blew me away. And then on top of that, there's all kinds of cool. I mean, if you like mid-century modern furniture, you're gonna love the interior of that car. And I know
beautiful.
It's so cool. The carpeted panels, and you can get like a cool kind of orangey red carpeting in the door panels on the floor. It's so cool.
And it's got all these clever little features that just make living with it very easy. The next one we have here is a very exciting category. It is the best performance car under 50K. And so with performance cars, often the more money you can spend, obviously the better product you'll get. When you're looking at performance under 50, it has to have a little something special. And so the winner of this year's award is the Mazda MX-5. Again, not a surprise because this is a cult favorite.
It's a hit maker.
It's an iconic vehicle that has been.
Own one.
You own one. Dan owns the first generation Miata.
95. It's 26 years old this year, and it still brings huge joy to my life.
And even the new one, they really captured that essence of the original Miata, and they're just making it better and better.
Kind of got away from it with the the NC was like big and bloated and heavy, and so they kind of Mazda went back to the basics with this one, and then that new engine that they introduced last year, it's just
so it got
amazing.
A little bump in power. It has there's a convertible one and one called the RF, which is a retractable fastback.
All right, 2021 best wagon, another category that's close to my heart because I also own a wagon, and this year is the Volvo V60 and the V60 Cross Country.
That's second year in a row as well, so congratulations to Volvo. The next one we have here is Best Compact Luxury Car. And the winner is the Genesis G70. So that's also the second year in a row that this car has won. It's a fantastic little sports sedan. It does everything a sports sedan should. And there's a new one coming out next year, which will update the looks and stuff like that. But this one is really good. It continually impresses our jury. Yeah,
it's just one of those cars that the value is still the leader there, but it's like, if that's what you want, and if your neighbors all own BMW 3 Series or Mercedes C-classes, great cars in their own right, but if you want to stand out from the crowd a little bit, that's not a bad way to do it.
Exactly.
Speaking of standouts, best subcompact SUV. So this is obviously a growing segment. Small cars are shrinking, crossovers are replacing them, and the best subcompact SUV for 2021 is the Kia Seltos, and I will say that this was one of my favorite vehicles of 2020. Just so amazingly well executed.
Yeah, it does everything right. It's so well-rounded. And the fact that this is the first year that the Kia Seltos was on the market, so the fact that it won this award on its first year out really says a lot about how good it is.
It's got that same thing as the XC40. There's a ton of space inside, but then all the features. The most expensive one tops out at like just less than 35 grand, and you get everything. Heated and ventilated front seats, heated rear seats, a head-up display, navigation, and all the safety features you could want. Automatic emergency braking, adaptive cruise control, everything for less than 35 grand. It's just very well executed.
Yeah, very strong value play for sure. The next one we have here is the best compact car, and the winner is the Mazda 3. And again, this is the second year in a row that this car has won.
Mhm.
And it's up against, such stalwarts as the Honda Civic and the Toyota Corolla. So this is a very competitive segment with some very established players. So the fact that the Mazda 3 won is pretty big.
Yeah.
I think our jury is really impressed by the driving dynamics of the Mazda 3, but also the fact that it feels like a class above its competitors in terms of like fit and finish and the materials they used.
Yeah,
it has a much more
definitely.
luxurious feel.
Yeah. Alrighty. What are you at now? Best green vehicle under $50,000. Toyota RAV4 and the RAV4 Prime plug-in hybrid. Again, really cool because you guys can win one of these for yourselves through the Canada's Choice Awards, autoTRADER.ca/awards/CCA.
Yes, and voting is open now, so
now.
you better do it after this live stream.
Super, super cool. Again, and the other cool thing is they're both built in Ontario, hybrids that are built here. We're getting more of that. We've seen investment or future investment from other brands building hybrids and electric vehicles in Ontario, but these are some of the first. And I think it's really, I think the Prime might be the first the Pacifica and the Prime are two plug-in hybrids that you can buy that are built here in Ontario. And it's just super cool. Again,
cool.
Very well executed vehicles.
The next one we have, also a very important segment for Canadians, is the best three-row SUV. So there's a lot of players in this segment. It's very, very competitive. The winner this year is the Kia Telluride.
That's another one of those ones that you're like, wow, they did a great
impressive.
job.
Yeah, it's just really well-rounded, and I do believe this is the second year in a row it's won as well.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Kia.
Alrighty, we are on to best performance car over $50,000, and it is the Chevrolet Corvette.
Again, such a strong value play. The fact that you can get this car for, what does it start at, like 70, 80 grand is crazy.
It's just not, you're getting supercar beating performance for, just a little bit more than people are paying for pickup trucks these days.
Yeah, it's true. And again, that's the second year in a row with one. So congratulations to Chevy. And so this is kind of an interesting segment. It's not a super popular one, but we still have an award for it because some people are still buying them. So this is for the best large luxury car. And this year it is the Genesis G70.
Okay.
Again, like really impressive work from Genesis because, this is up against stuff like an S-Class,
You're driving one
series.
this week.
I'm picking one up today. And I'm very excited to get behind the wheel because I want to feel like a boss sometimes. And I feel like this is a boss car.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's really, this is the car that the Genesis brand launched with back in 2016, I think it was, or early 2017. And it's shrinking, but it really is that flagship that any luxury brand needs. And it was well executed when it came out. It was refreshed last year, all kinds of new features, new styling, and it's just really kind of continued that trend of being like, wow, this could compete with an S-Class, no problem. And that's really what the Genesis brand needs moving forward. Alrighty, best subcompact car, shrinking again, a segment that isn't as popular as it once was, but it's very important because especially if you're looking for your first new car, let's say you're coming out of school, got that job, need a car, you want. I mean, what are you going to do? 2021 best subcompact for the Kia Rio, a fantastic choice. And Kia has stuffed this thing with features. You get a heated steering wheel.
Standard, I think. Yeah.
Heated front seats and a heated steering wheel. That's insane.
Yeah, for a car that is that affordable, it's just so practical.
Less than 20 grand with tax out the door. You're driving a car that's pretty decked out.
Up next, we have the best two-row luxury SUV. Again, a very popular segment with Canadians. And the winner is the Porsche Macan. Again, excellent performance. If what you want is driving dynamics and like a flawless interior, the Macan will do that for you. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and there's a lot of choice there too. That typical Porsche variety, right? You can get that base 4-cylinder, or you can get, something that makes like 350 horsepower.
Yeah, they have the GTS, the turbo, a ton of different variants for different people and drivers.
Okay, we're on to the big three, the overall winners. So what we've done is all the vehicles that won awards in their respective categories. So best SUV, all of those different categories, they qualify for the best overall SUV. Same with car, and then same with truck. There's only 2 categories, but still, you get the gist. So the first one is the best overall truck, and it is, unsurprisingly, the Ram 1500. Again, just a well-deserved win. All the stuff we talked about, delivering that performance, delivering that off-road. So many engine choices, right? There's that mild hybrid system, a diesel, you know, gas V8, that TRX, like you can, you know, whatever you want that truck to be, it will be it. And it can also just be so luxurious.
It's also very user friendly. And so I find with the Ram 1500, it was very approachable, even to people who don't have truck experience. It was extremely easy to drive, very user friendly. We love the Uconnect infotainment system. It is one of the industry's best and most user friendly systems. And they also have a lot of cool tech just to make it work harder for Canadians who need it, whether you're on a construction site or just like using it to haul your toys. It's fantastic. And next up, we have Best Overall SUV. And the winner for 2021 is the Volvo Xc40.
Did that not win last year?
I think it did. This is, again, the second year in a row. And to win Best Overall SUV, so all the SUV categories, this is the one that got the highest score among all of them. That's really impressive.
Again, if you're in the market for something, you know, you want something that's small from a footprint perspective, but has all kinds of room inside and stylish and safety features and performance, like it's a really good, and there's a plug-in version on its way and a full electric
coming
version. Like, I mean, Volvo's really hitting with this. I think it's a little bit more expensive than, you know, competitors like, let's say, a Mercedes GLA once you start to load it up with features, but the trade-off is that it's more spacious than anything else that's out there.
Yeah, and what's really good about it is that it's Volvo's entry-level model, but it doesn't feel like an entry-level model. It is just every bit as luxurious as, like, you know, an XC90 that you can get.
Yeah, it's super cool.
It's fantastic.
All right, last one is the best overall car, and for 2021, the Genesis G70. I am a little bit surprised, not that I don't think it's deserving, but it's older, and it just goes to show you how well executed it was from the start. Because, you know, I mean, some of these other cars are brand new for 2021. This thing has been, you know, largely unchanged for the last 4 years, but it still delivers all of those qualities, right? It's affordable. You can, you know, it's got the performance. It's, you know, it's a little bit cramped. Like, it's a good car. I look at it like it's a good car for someone if you don't need room in the back seat. You want something that's sleek, that's stylish, that, you know, you can get that 6-cylinder. It's got all the performance you could want. It's a good car.
Yeah, so that means Genesis won like 4 awards in this year's program, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I think they might be the most winningest brand this year.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, most winningest.
Mostly. And you used stalwart earlier. You're really going for the Monday morning vocab. Yeah. Well, there you have it, guys. That's a lot of great vehicles, and there are still so many others out there that are great as well. But, you know, if you're looking for kind of the best of the bunch, I mean, like Jody said, over 20 experts from across the country are voting on these. And we don't, you know, sit there and kind of adjust for anything. There's no handicapping. It's just like, here's your scorecard. Every vehicle qualifies, and this is the result. And now from here, we have those Canada's Choice Awards.
Yeah, so again, voting is open now. It'll be open for the whole month of February. You can come back every single day to vote. The more votes you get, the more entries you get into the Canada's Choice Award, where the grand prize is that RAV4 hybrid that you guys voted for as your attainable dream car. So I want to see those votes coming in. I want this to blow up. So send it to all your friends and family. This is not a joke, like, it's real. We're going to give away a whole new car, which is pretty major. So it's something we're really proud of, and we can't wait to pick that winner at the end of the month.
autotrader.ca/awards/CCA. Once a day, you can go, you can vote. Every vote that you submit, you get a ballot to qualify for that RAV4 hybrid. So as long as you're voting every day throughout the month of February, you're getting a vote for a ballot for every single day. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, so just maximize those chances of winning. Come back every single day. We want to see those votes rolling in.
We do.
And I guess that's it.
Yeah.
If you want any more information about our awards, it's autotrader.ca/awards. There you'll see all of our winners. You'll get links to reviews and news and features that we have about these winners.
If you have any complaints, dustin.woods@trader.ca.
Okay, and yeah, we're just really excited, and we're really proud of these awards, and we hope they're helpful to you. So thank you so much for tuning in. It really means a lot to us to have your support.
And we'll see you guys in about a week. I think we're going to do another little...
Yeah, so every week we're going to jump back on this live stream to update you on the brackets for the People's Choice Awards.
Maybe we'll start taking some questions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can definitely do some questions. If you have car advice that you want, if you're, cross-shopping 2 cars and want our picks on which one's better, let us know and tune into those live streams. But for now, we bid you goodbye. Thank you so much.
Farewell.
Bye.
From these 2 stalwarts.